centuries, this land was the heart of the Silk Road, wielding influence from the Mediterranean to China. Long dormant, modern-day Uzbekistan is again emerging, restoring regional ties and seeking to bring peace to its war-torn southern neighbor, Afghanistan. The future prosperity of Uzbekistan and Afghanistan are profoundly interlinked. Long gone are the days of caravans and camels. A modern-day Silk Road needs railroads. Well, Afghanistan is roughly 3 times larger than the United Kingdom. Its rail network is 300 times smaller. The very first railroad into Afghanistan, just 15 kilometers long, came from Uzbekistan.
They built it, and they are now building an extension which will eventually enable you to take a train from Uzbekistan and ship goods right to the Arabian Sea.
Afghanistan is landlocked, and to get to the sea from Uzbekistan, you have to cross not 1, but 2 borders. Faced with those kind of obstacles, the 2 countries are planning a second railroad to the southeast.
3,000 years of commercial history, they're not dumb on these matters. By opening through a railroad routes that eventually get you to Gwadar and to Pakistan, they are setting up a wonderful competition on the seaports, dueling seaports, which, by the way, enormously will benefit Afghanistan.
In the meantime, Uzbekistan and Afghanistan are doing what they can. What doesn't go by train goes by truck. Uzbekistan's just built a customs terminal, and the 2 sides have relaxed border controls. The number of trucks crossing the Friendship Bridge that connects the 2 countries is on the rise. Some goods even come by river. There's just one problem. The US and the government of Afghanistan have been fighting the Taliban since 2001. In 2018, Uzbekistan hosted a first-of-its-kind summit on Afghanistan.
Uzbekistan has good relations with all of the major powers who are needed in order to solve the conflict in Afghanistan. So, for instance, Uzbekistan has good relations with both the United States and with Russia. It has good relations with both China and India. It has good relations with Pakistan and India. It has good relations with the United States and Iran. So, therefore, it is well positioned to serve as a convener or as an intermediary.
Most important thing for us in our foreign activity is the friendly relationship with neighboring countries. We share very long borders with that country, and that's why we don't want to use our financial, economic, and political resources for protection of Uzbekistan from terrorism, extremism, from the wars, and so on. We want to use all these resources for the interest of our people to solve social, economic, and other problems.
The peacemaker's job is far from finished. Mazar-e-Sharif, Afghanistan's 4th biggest city, is just 50 kilometers south of the border with Uzbekistan, and yet it could be a world away. While the northern Afghan town is an oasis of relative security, even here, abject poverty, war-fueled disability, and mental illness permeate the streets. Eid, the Muslim holiday marking the end of Ramadan, is just days away, and time is running out to prepare for it. Vendors hope for a rush of last-minute sales. Across Across the street, though, the Blue Mosque, built in the 15th century, is coming to life. If you only looked at the shrine, you might think you're in Uzbekistan. It's the Night of Power, one of the holiest nights of the year when, according to Islamic belief, the first verses of the Quran were revealed to the Prophet Muhammad. That makes the breaking of the fast especially joyous tonight. Atikula Ansari is the custodian of the Blue Mosque and keeps an office inside of it. Afghanistan, he says, needs change.
My people, my country don't need soldier, man. We need nurse, we need doctors, we need engineers. Make Afghanistan better in the future. It's my hope.
Muslim pilgrims flock to the shrine of Ali, but unlike in Uzbekistan, there are no tourists to be seen.
Security is not good. A lot of tourist people cannot come in here for the security problem. I hope peace coming in Afghanistan.
The Afghan government is stubbornly optimistic about the future.
Peace always comes through business and through work, and most of the young generation now, they go and work with different parties, and especially with the Taliban and different parties, and because they don't have job and they are looking for some good life and job.
Work on the railroad will continue.
Building the infrastructure and enhancing connectivity, enhancing interdependencies of different countries, enhance the chances of peace. Everybody has a stake in the peace in Afghanistan.
Uzbekistan's outreach is unlikely to be forgotten.
Will they be able to play a decisive role? I don't know, but they'll be there long after we are. That's the point. They're playing for a very long term, and they know that actions that they take today, both sides in Afghanistan will remember tomorrow and the day after tomorrow.
The United States, eventually in these, in coming years or however long it is, begins to withdraw its forces, it will, I think, look very amicably on, neighbors and regional entities that can help stabilize or contribute to the stabilization of Afghanistan.
To some, Uzbekistan itself is an example.
Uzbekistan is a blueprint for Afghanistan's future. We can learn from Uzbekistan to live in a modern world while keeping our heritage and our culture alive. And we can learn this quickly from the Uzbeks because we are pretty much same people, same civilization.
Reporting on the Federal Reserve is one of the pillars of CNBC's